Okay, so experimenting a little bit more. I'm sort of close to hooking up monitor outputs on the actual mixing console because of the sort of weird situation with SSL360 is that there's like this IO mode, which you can actually have direct outputs, which is exactly what I need to do for here. Is I have it going through here now, so I'm sort of starting to get a little bit of audio routings with this, and then with this L360. So I have 8 channels currently on here, and then 8 channels going in through the ADA 8200, which doesn't have any inputs or outputs assigned yet, but I have, just testing, I have 8 inputs and outputs going for the into here, and then I have 2 monitor outputs, but when it's in IO mode, it doesn't actually play back. So that's like IO mode, and then when you take it off IO mode, you take it off IO mode. Let's mute it. So it's playing, right? But if you go to the IO mode, so where was that? Okay, so when you go to IO mode on the interface, it cuts the monitor outputs, and I'm not sure if that's for safety reasons or I have no idea, but it's not intuitive to me that my playback from the DAW would stop playing when I send inputs and outputs to the console, so, or the mixing board. So to me, it would make sense if my playback continued. Now, what I can do is hook up my monitor. There's monitor outputs on the mixing board, and then I could play back, but I'm a little bit worried about hooking my speakers up to this because I feel like it's not quite as safe. Nonetheless, the step I finally learned that is, I'm just fooling around with this. So these are all mixing channels coming from FL Studio, right? So I have it like set up for just experimentation. FL Studio's stereo outputs. So for stereo outputs, and so I need to pair them, which really sucks actually. But I'm gonna think about this more and how I want to actually split the channels. But currently that's just sort of where it's at. And then so I have it in stereo pairs for the kick, clap, and then instrument and otherwise. So they're all coming through here. That's what these lights are representing, is that here. So they sort of match up, but this is VU meter, I believe. I'm not sure if, I know the VU meter here, but I'm not sure if, I'm guessing this is also the VU there. I should probably check. But the important thing is over here for input priority, for the master mode, whether it's in pre-fader or after fade, so PFL or AFL, you'll see these same things on plugins, right? So you'll notice that this is like that when it's on the after fader, and then when it's pre-fade, it's just all the levels, right? So it's actually mixed in with where these lines are. So if I adjust here, it will adjust there also on the VU meter, because this is the after fader levels. And then for these, when the ones that are on one, these are all VCA1. So when I adjust here, it goes down or it goes up. For VCA2,